नहमदुहु व नुसल्ली अला रसूलिहिल करीम अम्मा बाद. Indeed, all praise belongs to Allah. We seek His help and His forgiveness. My dear friends, we have been discussing importance of communication skills. So far we have discussed what is a skill. We have defined. We have discussed what is a process. We have discussed what is a process. Process is a series of steps. Process represents a series of steps to be followed in a particular order. That way, communication also is a process. That also we have discussed. We have defined what is communication. We have defined what is communication. Alhamdulillah. Communication is a process in which exchange of information takes place between two or more people. As exchange of information takes place, so that's why we called it two-way process. Communication is a two-way process. This point also was discussed. Alhamdulillah. When anybody tells us you need to improve your communication skills, you have to actually work on the 5 components of communication skills. So in that context, we have discussed 5 components of communication skills. L, S, R, W, body language. Listening, speaking, reading, writing, body language. We have also discussed the components of body language: appearance, postures, gestures, facial expressions, and the last one, eye contact. We have also discussed in yesterday's class wrong messages that we come across on social media. You don't need to give any explanation to anybody. Remember? That also was discussed. Alhamdulillah. In today's class, we will discuss, inshallah, elements of communication process. Elements of communication process or elements of communication. Elements of communication. What are the elements of communication? What are the elements of communication? Okay? What are the elements of communication? There are some elements. 5 to 7 elements are there. Elements in the sense, components again, parts. For communication to take place, which things are required? They are called as elements of communication. Simple. Which things are required for communication to take place? They are called as elements, components, or parts. What are they? What are required, you tell me, for communication to take place? 2 people are required, isn't it? First thing, we require a sender. Yes, for sender. We require a receiver. So sender is one element, receiver is one element. Sender is one element, receiver is one element. Who is a sender? Who sends the information? Very good. Who sends the information? So information or message. Information or message is another element. Isn't it? Now you are answering. You are telling me what are the elements. Alhamdulillah. So simple, so easy. 2 people are required minimum for communication to take place. Those 2 people, they become 2 elements. Sender, receiver. What do they exchange? Information. In other words, message. Message is another word for information. Don't get confused. synonym for or meaning of the word information, message or information. How do they share the message? Now I have something in my mind. I came to class. I wanted to share this information today and pass it on to your brain. How am I doing that? How? Am I putting an injection? Injection of information? How am I sending that? How am I sending that information to you? मैं जो इन्फॉर्मेशन शेयर कर रहा हूँ आपसे, कैसे शेयर कर रहा हूँ मैं? मेरे माइंड में है, आपके माइंड में आना है. हाउ एम आई शेयरिंग दैट? I am talking, I am giving a speech, I am conducting a class, isn't it? So you require a channel, a medium for the information to move from one person to another person. Am I clear? दूर गांव में कोई है, दूर गांव में है. How do we share information with them? We'll make a phone call, either audio call on WhatsApp or video call. There are many apps. So that is a medium. Phone is a medium, isn't it? Another option, I can write a letter and post it. So letter becomes what? A medium. I am putting my information on the letter, I am writing it and I am posting it. He receives that letter and understands the information, gets the information, isn't it? So here we require a channel. This is called as CH, channel, through which information reaches the receiver, isn't it? Otherwise मैं कुछ बोलना चाहता हूँ, कुछ समझाना चाहता हूँ, बोलना है ना मुझे उसके लिए. I have to talk, or I have to write, or I have to show a diagram and explain. Diagram is also a medium. Video is also a medium. Letter is a medium. Email is a medium. Phone is a medium. Speech is a medium. Symbols are also a medium. You understand? Through symbols also we communicate. Am I clear? Got it? So we have sender, one element. Receiver, second element. What do they exchange? Information or message. For that a channel is required. Right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Teacher, while teaching in the class or after the class, towards the end of the class, is the teacher not asking you, did you understand? Now you are giving the reply, yes sir, yes ma'am, yes teacher. So what are you sharing? You are sharing feedback. That is called as, I am drawing with a dotted line. This is the information that comes from receiver to sender. This is called as feedback. F for feedback. Okay? F for feedback. So you have a sender. Sender is having some information in his mind. He wants to share that. For that, medium is required. Suppose I have information, I want to share that with you. I am writing a letter. So what am I doing there? I am putting the information in the form of words, isn't it? I am putting the information in the form of words. Letter लिख के, Dear Rayyan, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. By the grace of Allah Almighty, I think that you are hale and healthy. Same the case with me. Are you going to school every day? Blah 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 something. Right? I wrote a letter. I wanted to share this information with Rayyan. So how am I doing that? I am converting the information. I am converting the information into a transmittable form. ये मीडियम के, ये चैनल के ज़रिए जाने के लिए कैसा रहना कि वैसा मैं क्या करता हूँ, कोड्स बनाता हूँ, एनकोडिंग. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एनकोडिंग. इट इज कॉल्ड एज एनकोडिंग. Sender encodes the information. Encoding means what? Putting the information in a transmittable form. In the form of words, diagrams, symbols, pictures, gestures. I want to warn you, caution you. Continuously you are disturbing the class. So how I will do that? Sana, sit properly. Be silent. Is it not? I am using the gesture. This is not. Is it not a gesture? Hand movement, showing a pointed finger. Isn't it? So I am encoding the information. I am putting the information in the form of words, or symbols, or diagrams, or gestures, and passing it on to others through the channel. Once the receiver receives the information, अब लेटर आया उनके पास, मैं लेटर लिख के रयान को पोस्ट किया, रयान के पोस्टल एड्रेस पे लेटर आया. What does he will do? He will do what? He will read and he will analyze, he will interpret, he will try to understand what sir has mentioned in the letter. That process is called as decoding. 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 This is also an element of communication. I put the information in the form of codes. He will convert the codes into information. समझ में आया? समझ में आया? आता है समझ में? रियली? मैं क्या करता हूँ, वर्ड्स में कन्वर्ट करके लेटर लिख के भेजूँ मैं, पोस्ट, थ्रू पोस्ट. चैनल इज लेटर. एनकोडिंग में मैं क्या करता हूँ, वर्ड्स यूज़ करता हूँ, डायग्राम्स यूज़ करता हूँ, सिंबल्स यूज़ करता हूँ. ओके, लास्ट में अस्सलाम वालेकुम को रखो, ऐसा रखी हूँ, स्माइली. दिस इज a symbol. Through that also I am communicating. I am simply writing be this symbol. What does it mean? Be happy, keep smiling. Isn't it? That meaning is communicated. So ये smiley का एक code, this is a code. ये code देख के he will interpret, he will understand, Ryan will understand that sir is telling me be happy. What is he doing there? Decoding. He is converting the code, the symbol into information, and he is understanding it. Am I clear? आप लोगों के अंदर भी कोड रहता, थोड़ा सीक्रेट कोड रहता, हमजा को, फरहान को, आरिफ को. एक लैंग्वेज डेवलप कर लेते हैं उन लोग, एक कोड्स ऐसा ऐसा बोलते रहते, कहो तो क्या कि उसका मीनिंग रहता क्या कि. Isn't it? What is that? Simple gesture, but they understand what does it mean. He is putting it in the form of a gesture, encoding. Hamza is putting in the form of a gesture, encoding. Farhan is able to decode that and understand as to what Hamza is telling me. Now what I should do. अब कुछ करते, टीचर पकड़ते, दोनों को बाहर भेज डालते. एनकोडिंग डिकोडिंग चलता है क्लास में हमारा, हर जगह चलता रहता हो. एनकोडिंग डिकोडिंग अच्छे के लिए यूज़ करना हम लोग. फॉर शेयरिंग गुड इंफॉर्मेशन वी हैव टू. व्हेन द टीचर इज टीचिंग वी शुड नॉट बी इन्वॉल्व्ड इन सच ए प्रोसेस. यू मस्ट हैव सीन सम पीपल, डेफ एंड डम पीपल, कभी देखे आप लोग? दे आल्सो कम्युनिकेट, दे आल्सो मेक वीडियो कॉल्स. कभी देखे? फ़ोन रख के बात करते रहते. बस स्टैंड्स में, रेलवे स्टेशंस में। Isn't it? Encoding, putting the form of gestures, using symbols, isn't it? And the other person is decoding and understanding the information which the sender is trying to convey. होता है या नहीं होता है? होता है। This is called as communication process, and all these are 7 things are the elements of communication process. समझ में आया हमजा? नंबर 1 सेंडर, नंबर 1 है ये। नाउ वी विल राइट वन बाय वन व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ सेंडर। नंबर 2 रिसीवर, नंबर 3 मैसेज, नंबर 4 चैनल, नंबर 5 फीडबैक, नंबर 6 एनकोडिंग, नंबर 7 डिकोडिंग। वी विल गो इन ऑर्डर वन बाय वन। ओके, नाउ यू कीप द सब हेडिंग सेंडर। सेंडर, व्हाट इज द मीनिंग? हु इज ए सेंडर? सिंपल वर्ड्स में वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड। सेंडर, अंडरलाइन फर्स्ट वन, सेंडर। सेंडर, हु इज ही? हु इज ए सेंडर? वन हु इनिशिएट्स, वन हु इनिशिएट्स the communication process. Initiates spelling INITIATES. One who initiates the communication process. जो शुरू करता है बात करना या कम्युनिकेट करना, वो कौन है? सेंडर। सिंपल लैंग्वेज। इज इट ईजी? नाहिदा, ईजी टू अंडरस्टैंड या बटी माना है? वेरी इजी। सेंडर, भेजने वाला, पहले भेजने वाला, प्रोसेस को स्टार्ट करने वाला, राइट? वन हु इनिशिएट्स द कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस। इनिशिएट करना बोले तो शुरू करना। वन हु इनिशिएट्स द कम्युनिकेशन प्रोसेस, सेंडर है वो, राइट? सेकेंड वन, we'll take receiver. रिसीवर सेकेंड एलिमेंट। अब सेंडर है बोले तो सेकेंड कौन है? रिसीवर। ऑटोमेटिकली दिन बोले हमें, बाद में रात, उजाला बोले अंधेरा, सक्सेस बोले फेल्यूर, पॉजिटिव बोले नेगेटिव, लेफ्ट बोले राइट, ऑटोमेटिकली हमारे माइंड में आ जाता। Isn't it? After sender we have on the other side receiver. How to define this, Rayan?
A person who
receives the information. MashaAllah, that's all. Write down. The person who receives the information. The person who receives the information. In other words, I can say one who receives. One who receives the information. One who receives the information. Information को receive करने वाला. One who receives, the person who receives. The person who receives the information. Alert रहना आरिफ, हमारे साथ चलना. Don't get lost. Don't leave our line. हमारे साथ चलते रहना सब लोग, टीचर के साथ रहना सब बच्चे। थोड़ी देर के लिए कहीं चल गए समझो, हमें बॉडी छोड़ के, फिर आए तक टीचर दूसरे बच्चे आगे निकल जाकर रहते, राइट? वन हु रिसीव्स द इंफॉर्मेशन, द पर्सन हु रिसीव्स द इंफॉर्मेशन। थर्ड वन, इंफॉर्मेशन और मैसेज। एक कैपिटल एम, मैसेज। मैसेज, अफरोज़ा, मैसेज, मैसेज। डिड यू मेक ए नोट? मैसेज, हाउ डू वी डिफाइन इट? व्हाट इज मैसेज हियर? information. Message represents information. Message represents information. Represents spelling R-E-P-R-E. Represents. Represents. R-E-P-R-E-S-E-N-T-S. You should be able to pronounce the words properly, then spellings also become easy for you. Isn't it? Message represents information. Are you there, Arif? Represents. Did you make a note of that? I told the spelling just now. Alert रहना. Represents. From the pronunciation itself, we can write the spelling on our own. Represents. Re. R-E. Present. We know present. P-R-E-S-E-N-T. Yes. Presents. Represents. कोई तकलीफ नहीं है उसमें. You have to use your brain properly. Be alert. That's all. Message represents information. Right? Fourth one. Channel. 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 Now, how do you define a channel? How do we define a channel? Channel is the medium. Channel क्या है? Is the medium. एक जरिया. Channel is the medium. Medium बोले तो जरिया. Channel is the medium. Now I have to go to 𝗣𝗿𝗁। कैसे जाऊंगा 𝗣𝗿𝗁? आंखें बंद कर ले को 𝗣𝗿𝗁 का तो वहाँ चल जाता हूँ। जा सकता हूँ ऐसा? I need a vehicle. Either I should go by walk, which is very difficult for me, so I need 2 legs. This is a medium. I have to carry my body on my legs, or I can go by bicycle, or auto, or my own bike, or by renting a car. Isn't it? I can go by RTC bus, I can go by tractor, etc. Whatever it is, all these things are medium. एक जरिया. हमें 𝗣𝗿𝗁 जाना बोले तो पहुंचना बोले तो मुझे एक जरिया होना ना. I cannot go there just like that. Isn't it? है कि नहीं? In the same manner, for the information to move from sender and reach the receiver, what is required? A channel, a medium is required. Am I clear? अफरोज़ा सुनते रहना गौर से. Keep looking at the board, looking at the teacher, listen carefully and make notes wherever it is required. ये काम हमारे क्लास में इधर उधर क्या क्या ही करते रह जाने. Concentration रहना, आदत डालना. You have to tune yourself, program yourself like that. Right? So channel represents. Channel is the medium. Make a note. Channel is the medium through which information is transmitted. Look at the board for spelling. Transmitted. Through which the information is transmitted means what? Passed, moved, transferred from sender to receiver. Receiver to sender also we require a channel. अब रिसीवर भी मैं लेटर लिखूँ पोस्ट करूँ उन्हें पढ़ने के बाद अगेन ही हैज़ टू send a letter or make a phone call. He requires a channel. Otherwise how he can communicate? Isn't it? Otherwise how he can communicate without a channel? अब तुम्हें कुछ बोलना समझते हैं, तुम्हारे दिल में कुछ ख्याल आया, मुंह बंद रखो बोलना. कैसे बोलते? मुंह बंद करना. क्या भी लिखे जाने बोलो कैसे बोलते कि हाथ भी मूव करे जानी, बॉडी असल मूव करे जानी, आंखें बंद कर डालना. Close your eyes, all of you. Close your eyes. Don't move your hands, legs. Do not move any part of your body. Close your eyes, all of you. Close your eyes, Rayan. Do not move any part of your body. You should not speak. Don't open your mouth. Now you have to communicate. Come on. How will you communicate? Body use करे जानी, sound करे जानी, हाथ पैर हिलाए जानी. क्या कम्युनिकेट करते हैं? कुछ नहीं कर सकते. कुछ इन्फॉर्मेशन है, एटलीस्ट यू वांट टू आस्क द क्वेश्चन. हमजा वांट्स टू आस्क द क्वेश्चन. कैसा करना सर? वो क्वेश्चन है, वो क्वेश्चन पूछने के लिए भी यू रिक्वायर ए चैनल, मीडियम. कम से कम मैं बात करने अलो करना ना. आप बात कर सकते हैं. नाउ यू कम्युनिकेट. एटलीस्ट ये क्वेश्चन आएगा, सर क्या कम्युनिकेट करना सर? इजंट इट? बात करें. तो यू रिक्वायर ए मीडियम, ए चैनल. Without channel, we cannot communicate with each other. We cannot talk to each other. We cannot share any information. Isn't it? So, channel is the medium through which information is transmitted. Through which? Say along with me. Channel is a medium through which information is transmitted. सना, information is transmitted. बोलते नहीं हैं सना. In the video recording again I have to stop and ask you. See, concentration यही रहना, गौर करते रहना, गौर करते रहना. You have to train yourself, program yourself, discipline yourself. आदत डालना वैसी अच्छी आदत. नो डिसिप्लिन, नो ट्रेनिंग. ट्रेनिंग कैन नॉट टेक प्लेस, लर्निंग कैन नॉट टेक प्लेस विदाउट डिसिप्लिन. ऑलरेडी वी हैव टेकन दिस पॉइंट एज ए रूल इन आवर क्लास that we have to maintain discipline. Not in every class, not in my class, in every class. In every class we have to maintain discipline. We cannot play also without discipline, because while playing also you will have some rules to be followed. Isn't it? क्रिकेट खेलना का तो रूल्स होते नहीं होते. आउट हो गया मैं 6 का तो is out equal to 6? Isn't it? There are rules, there are instructions to be followed, right? So we have, till now we have discussed 4 elements of communication process: sender, receiver, message, channel, right? Then fifth one, I will write it here. Fifth one, feedback. What is feedback? How can we define feedback? Feedback comes from whom to whom? Receiver to sender. So how do you define it? Feedback is the response of the receiver to the sender. Simple. Make a note of that. Feedback is the response. Feedback is the response of the receiver. Feedback is the response of the receiver to the sender. Feedback is the response of the receiver to the sender. Simple. The diagram देख के we can define. Isn't it? Feedback is coming from whom? From the receiver to the sender. फरहान गेट आउट बोले. सर मैंने सर हमजा सर कहते हैं. वो क्या है? वो उनका फीडबैक है वो. Isn't it? I told him get out. Information that I have shared. Farhan immediately receiver said what? Sir, my name is Sir Hamza sir. Feedback आया वो. Isn't it? Feedback comes from the receiver to the sender. फीडबैक से पता चलता हम ना, फॉर एग्जाम्पल क्लास में देखो, every now and then I will be asking, are you there with me? Did you make the notes? Did you understand? And you will give me feedback. Yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. So I understand that yes, you are understanding what I am trying to communicate. Your feedback tells me whether you are able to understand or not. Okay, that is the purpose of feedback. Feedback का purpose वो है, right? Then sixth one, encoding. 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 How do you define encoding? The process of converting, make a note. The process of converting information into codes, CODES, into codes. ब्रैकेट में वो कोड्स क्या क्या है? कोड्स ब्रैकेट में वर्ड्स, सिंबल्स, जेस्चर्स, पिक्चर्स, एटसेट्रा. Gestures, movements of hands and legs. Without using words also we can communicate using gestures. For example, Nishat, I am just using my hand. I called her name. After that I did not say anything. I am using my hand and she started walking. Gestures, isn't it? Sit down. Gestures. Arif, focus. I am using both words and hand movement, gestures to communicate, isn't it? These are codes through which I am communicating what is there in my mind. So to transmit the information that I have in my mind to the other person, I require what? Words. I require symbols. You have drawn a diagram and you showed it to me from there. Sir, ये कैसा है sir? I said, what does it mean? Excellent, बहुत अच्छा है. Symbol, isn't it? When you are going on the road, you will find with a circle written in between 60. What does it mean? Sometimes on the road 30. What does it mean? Speed limit है वो. That means you should not cross 30 km/h, 60 km/h. That is the code. That is a traffic rule that you have to follow on that road. Am I clear? अब हर जगह पुलिस खड़ को बोलना का तो हर एक को होता, हर आदमी को पुलिस खड़ को बोल सकता. Simply they keep a signboard. They keep a sign, a symbol through which they communicate and we understand. Am I clear? थोड़ा बार कैसा रहता? Right, you will just find a diagram like this, a symbol like this on the road. Take diversion, तो यहाँ टर्निंग है. अब हर एक को पुलिस खड़ा को बोलना का तो टर्निंग है, कितने पुलिस होना, कितने लोग होना. असल रोड पूरा ब्लॉक हो जाता, पुलिस से आदमी से कौन भी असल जाने भी होता नहीं. Isn't it? Just a symbol, a code. Are they not communicating through this code? This is called as encoding. Putting the information in the form of codes. Converting the information in the form of codes. Or word that those codes can be words, symbols, gestures, or pictures, etc. Am I clear? So encoding is the process of converting information into codes. Next one, last one. Decoding, seventh one. Decoding. Seventh one, decoding. Now you can easily define this decoding. Encoding का opposite है. The process of converting.
receiver to sender.
The process of converting. सोच के बात करना. Encoding क्या है? Decoding क्या है? Look at encoding. The process of converting information into
Codes.
decoding. The process of converting codes into information. Information into codes, encoding. Codes बना के through the medium pass करे. Decoding, the process of converting the codes into information. Right? Make a note. The process of converting. The process of converting. Afroza, sit properly.
Codes.
The process of converting. The process of converting codes into information. Full stop. In other words, make a note, jaldi. Time up. In other words, the process by which the receiver interprets interprets prets the process by which the receiver interprets the message sent by the sender ना भेजा मैसेज हम ना. The process by which the receiver interprets the message sent by the sender. Okay. In the next class again we will have a quick recap of this. Then we will move on to the next topic, inshallah. So today evening please go through this discussion. Go through the notes once, right? Tomorrow again in the next class, inshallah, we will have a recap of this. Then we will move on. Okay. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين.